Hi FlossTube friends, it's Lorraine with Rags to Stitches USA. Today is Wednesday, April 30th, and I have missed you guys. I don't think I have visited with you at all this year. Time flies by, guys, it really does. Y'all know that. I had truly intended on getting back to see you before now, but life. We had holidays, we had some retreats, we had some sicknesses, we've had some deaths, we've had some joyous things, but the fact is time has just slipped away. So I do apologize for not having made a video before now, but I do have a few things that I want to show you today. Got some Mania plans to talk with you about. I was watching somebody the other day. I want to say it was the Sable Stitchers. And they were talking about how they like to give life updates at the beginning of their videos because this is a community. We watch each other and we love to see what each other is working on, but we also like to keep up with what's going on in each other's lives. And I don't share a lot on my videos about what's going on in my life, mainly because most of my life, the events center around my family, and I try to respect the privacy of my adult children. But I do have some things that's just mine that I could share, or maybe some general things that's going on in my family that I could share without being, digging too much into my children's privacy. One of the things that's going to be happening this summer is I have another child that's getting married. I'm so excited. My son is marrying a lovely girl that we already consider family. She just fits right in with us and we love her to death. So I'm so excited that I'm going to be gaining another daughter this summer. Let's see, is there any other life updates that I can tell you about? I am getting back involved in some of the volunteer work that I was doing before. I've had some health issues that I'm trying to work through. Nothing major at all, but that's part of my goal during Mania is to work on doing some things for me. I'm going to kind of have a me mania. Well, I'll get into that in a minute. But I need to get, I think I'm bumping the camera, I'm sorry. I need to get a little healthier. And a lot of that I can control. And I just need to get at it. So I'll go ahead and we'll get into Mania. I couldn't decide what I wanted to do for Mania this year. I have done quite a few different things. I did a birthday Mania one year, and that was in July because my birthday's in July. So I did a birthday Mania in July, which was crazy. And I think I started a new start every day that month, or I did a lot anyway. Last year, I did 25 new starts for Mania. Because it was 2024 and then I did one to grow on, so I did 25 new starts. I don't think I'm going to do that this year. I don't think I'm going to start anything new. I don't plan on any new starts in May. But that could change. I am going to focus on, like I said, I'm going to focus on me during the month of Mania. Kind of have a mindful Mania or a meaningful Mania. I haven't come up with a good, cute, clever tag for it. But I do want it to be meaningful. And that may be what I stick with, either mindful Mania or meaningful Mania. But along with the whips that I choose to work on, and the whips that I do choose to work on, I want them to have a significance, a meaning. I want them to be meaningful, whether it's stitching Christmas stockings for my children and grandchildren for them to have after I'm long gone, or if it's a sampler that I'm doing that has a particular meaningful verse of scripture on it, or if it's a commemorative piece. I wanted to have some meaning. I have so many webs. I have no idea how many webs I have. I've got a lot. And a lot of them are just cute, but they may not have any particular significance or any particular meaning. And it doesn't mean I won't ever work on them again. I'm just not going to work on them in May. In May, I really want to focus on meaning and value. And I'm not saying that those other whips don't have value. I hope y'all see where I'm coming from. Also, along with the whips that I choose to work on, each day I'm going to try to do something for me. Something that maybe I haven't been doing that I should be doing, or that I want to be doing. Like, I don't drink enough water, y'all. I take a sip of water in the morning. There's a pill that I have to take every morning as soon as my feet hit the floor. I have to take my Synthroid every morning. And I take that with a bottle of water that I leave on my nightstand. And that may be the only water I take in the rest of the day. I do have other medications that I take. Now I'll take those with my coffee later on, or a Coke, Coke Zero. Or, I don't drink enough water. I don't drink any water. Let's just be real. So I really want to try to do that. My body needs that. I know I need that. My skin needs that. My goodness, I look like I'm molting. It's sad. I know the older you get, the drier your skin gets. And my goodness, y'all, I'm getting old. And I'm drying out. I'm crusting up. So I need to drink some water. So that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing for my mindful, meaningful mania. And I will try to do that every day. Now, some of the things that I'm going to be doing, I may not do every day. For example, I know that I need more exercise. And by more exercise, I mean I need to exercise, period. I don't do any exercising right now at all. And I used to. Now, I've never been a gym rat. That's never been my thing. I've never been a jogger. Well, I take that back. I did do the Couch to 5K one time. I went through that whole program and got to where I could jog the whole thing. I couldn't do that now, but I don't even walk now. And so, I may walk for, a certain period of time. Not necessarily each day, which wouldn't hurt me to do it each day, but I'm saying it doesn't have to be each day, that some of these things that I do. I may go to a water aerobics class. I think that's about as strenuous as I want to get right now. And water aerobics classes can be really good if you really put forth some effort to them. So I may just go stroll through an antique mall one day. That's not necessarily good for my health, but it's good for my mental health. There's a book that I've been wanting to read, a Bible study that I've been wanting to do. So I would do that for my spiritual health. I started a new Bible reading plan at the beginning of the year this year. It's called Flitter. It'll come to me in a minute. The Bible recap. And so I started that January 1st, and I have done that every day, and I have loved it. So if you have been wanting to get into a more disciplined Bible reading, I highly recommend this. This one that I'm doing, you're reading the Bible chronologically, and I've read through the Bible before, but never chronologically. And this one, I really love it. And then there's the girl that does this plan, Tara Lee Cobble. She does a recap every day after you finished your Bible reading. It only takes about 30 minutes, and I really love it. Anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent. If you're interested in learning more about that, just shoot me a message and I can tell you where to find it. It's a free app on your phone. I think it's through It's through the Bible app. I could tell you if you shoot me a message, I can give you more information about that. But that's what I want to do for there's another book that I'm wanting to read along with that, for my spiritual health. I mean, it's a mental, physical, spiritual. I just want to concentrate on me. And so that's what I'm going to do in May. Mania. Crazy. I know, but that's what I'm going to do. So I will show you some of the things that I want to work on in May that have some sort of meaning for me, maybe, for one reason or another. Most all of these you have seen before, but it's been several months since I have seen you, so you haven't seen some of the progress that I've made. So I will show you what I've been working on and what I can plan to continue working on. I haven't decided yet how I'm going to do it each day. I don't know if I will just put all the whips in a hat and draw them out, or if I will let my husband choose for me, or if I will just stitch on whatever I feel like stitching on that day, which is probably what I'm going to go with. Whatever speaks to me that day is the one that I'll work on. And the ones I'm going to show you is not necessarily the only things that I'm going to work on. It's just the few that I happened to grab when I decided to make this video. Excuse me, I'm getting a call. Okay, we'll see. I thought I was putting it on pause, but apparently I hung it up. I'm going to learn how to make videos one of these days. Anyway, I had put a call in to my hairdresser because, as you can tell, I need a haircut so bad. And he wasn't going to be able to see me anytime soon, and they put my name on the call list in case they had a cancellation, and they did, and that was them calling, so I had to take that because obviously I need a haircut really, really bad. But anyway, let me think. Where was I? I think I was about to show you one of the pieces that I'm working on, and that is a piece that I'm actually doing for my journey piece with my guild, the Sampler Guild of Georgia, and it's one that a friend has loaned me. And another friend wants to borrow this as soon as I'm finished with it. So I told her, I said, it may be a year or more before I'm finished with it. And she was like, that's okay, it's no problem. So since I'm not a monogamous stitcher, I don't know how long it will take me to finish this, but I'm working on All Creatures Great and Small by Barbara Anna. And y'all probably all seen this before, but I love it. So this last year is when I started this, and this was my journey piece for last year, and I had contracted with myself to get this first band done. And so this year I want to get this second band done. I can't remember if it's September or October when we have to complete our obligation for our journey project. So I am quite sure that I will finish that second band before September or October. So I will go ahead and get going on the third one because I would like to finish this up so that my friend can borrow this. So this is where I am. Let's see. I said I finished. Yeah, I did. I was looking to see. I think that's all there. No, that's not all there is. I need to do some more work in this border up at the top. But the second band there is finished, and the first band here is finished. The second one, I only have a little bit more right in here to go, and I may go ahead and work on that border if I finish up this second band. I need to fill in that middle section there with initials or whatever it is I decide. I haven't decided what I'm going to put in that middle section there, but there are some cute motifs in this little sampler. I just love it. I love the barn. I love the pigs, even the little baby pig riding on top of mama. It's got bees in it. Y'all, I've got bees that came back this year. I'm so excited. My bees all swarmed last year. Little sidetrack. My bees swarmed last February because I there were way too many. I was blessed with an abundance of bees. I knew I needed to split my hive, and I had planned on splitting them and had gotten it all ready to split without going into a whole lot of detail about how you split them. The way my brother and I had decided that I needed to split mine was to make this big condo and kind of trap the queen in the bottom half, and then have frames that had brood cells in the top half. And then I was going to take that top half and put it somewhere else, and they would raise another queen, or else I was going to buy another queen. Well, anyway, the day that I was going to divide these up, and I was going to take the part that I was going to divide off, I was going to take it to his place in Alabama. When I decided to do that, unfortunately, his father-in-law passed away. So the timing was not right for that. So I left my condo as it was a little too long. And the hive was just had too many bees in it, and they swarmed. And while it made me sad that I lost my bees, it didn't break my heart the way some of my losses have been, because they didn't die. They went off to do their bee thing the way bees do. And that was fine with me. I knew that they were going to be fine. So I still have this bee condo down there that I never did anything with. Honey was still in it. I had never taken the honey out and spun it out. I had planned on leaving it in there for them. I've never, ever have I robbed my hives. I've always left all the honey in there. But this year I was going to take it out because I had so much, but I didn't. And so I'm making a long story out of this, and I apologize. But at the beginning of spring, I rode down there. It's at the bottom of we have a large front yard, and the hive is down at the bottom corner. And I drove by there, and I saw bees going in and out. And I thought, they're probably going in there and robbing the honey. And that was fine, because, they can use that as food while they're, working away, collecting more pollen and nectar and all that stuff. So I thought that's fine. They can rob it. Well, I drove by there a few days later, and they were still going in and out. And there was a lot of honey, so I knew it would take a long time for them to rob it. And I went by there a few more days later, and they were still going in and out. So a couple of weeks later, I'm still seeing them go in and out. So I think they have moved in. So I need to get down there this week and check it out, and maybe divide them up now. Now might be a decent time to divide them up. I don't know. I just need to go down there and check out the condition of my hive, see if I have a queen that's in there laying eggs, seeing if I have brood cells, just checking it out, seeing what's going on. I wish my brother lived closer. I really could use his help, but I need to get down there and see what's going on. Anyway, these bees right here is what made me think of that. So I like the little beehive full of bees. My hive does not look like that. Anyway, it's got some really cute motifs on here. I love this chicken on here. Anyway, it's just a fun sampler. So it's not going to be too big, but it's just, I'm doing this on 40 count, fiber on a whim, 40 count, affogato. So there's a lot of stitches in here. It may not look like it, but there's a lot of stitches in here because it's 40 count. You can pack a lot of stitches in a little area. So anyway, that is All Creatures Great and Small by Barbara Anna. And I will be working on that in May. And hopefully, we'll make some good progress on that. I've probably made a good bit of progress since I saw you the last time. Okay, another one that I'm working on has a needle in it, so let me move my needle. And I am working on some Christmas stockings for my children and my grandchildren. I've wanted to do this for decades and didn't really do it while my children were little, but I'm still gonna make them a stocking now. And I'm gonna make my children's stockings first, and then I'm gonna work on stockings for my grandchildren. And then I'll work on stockings for my bonus children, my children who have come into the family by marriage. But I want to get the kids and the grandkids first, and then I'll add the newly into the families. So I think this will be, I think I've got all my kids done. I think. So I'm working on Sampler Stocking 8 by Mary Beal. I love Mary Beal's stockings. These were, I think she did these back in the 80s or 90s. I don't see a date on this. Yeah, this one was 1989. And I love how this series of stockings anyway, they all have scripture on them that take you through the birth of Christ, the account in Luke. And so this one it doesn't have the scripture address on here. But I love all of them for that. So this one I'm doing on a 28 count. It just says casual linen. So I'm not sure what color it is. It is white art linen. It's a bunch of it, and I just haven't cut it. As y'all know, I stitch on bed sheets, but this is where I am with this one. It's so pretty. I think instead of putting the year that I stitched this, which is I think what they did here, she has 1989 here. I think I'm going to put the birth year of each child on each stocking somewhere. I did put my initials here, but I think I'm going to put the birth year of each of my children on here. So I'm working on this floral band right here, right now, with this one. And as soon as I finish this one, I'll be starting a new one. I really don't think I will finish this in May. There's a possibility, but I really don't expect to. But if I do, then I will start a new one in May. I had said I didn't plan on doing any new starts, but that would be my exception. I will do that in May if I finish that up. And I'm not gonna be legalistic about it. If there's something that I find that is particularly meaningful for me, I may start one in May, or if there's a gift that I need to do, but I don't plan on doing any new starts. Okay, I am doing another piece that I had not worked on it had been put back for a while. I started working on this, I want to say maybe it was for my husband and my anniversary, maybe our 30th anniversary. Yeah, and that's been several years ago. So I'm working on, I can't find my actual pattern. I've just got my working pattern here. Forever and Ever by Brenda Gervais, with thy needle and thread. And it is really pretty. I am working on this one. I think it's a 40 count as well. And I think it's a piece of Lakeside. I've lost the tag that was on it, but I'm pretty sure it's a piece of Lakeside linen that I'm working on. But I've worked on other Lakeside linen, and I've liked it just fine. This particular piece, the threads seem to split easily for me, and I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's the needle that I'm using. Maybe I need to change up my needle. I'm not sure. But I seem to split the threads easily. But this is where I am on it. This is the right side of the border. I've got the left side, I think, finished, and maybe the top finished. So I've been working on the house. And then I've got to come over here and do this bottom. So there's not a ton left on this one. Here again, I really don't expect to finish this in May, but I might. And I don't have anything planned specifically to do for my husband to put in this one's place. So I probably won't necessarily replace this one with something. Surely to goodness, I can get this finished before our next big anniversary. I hope so anyway. So that's Forever and Ever by Brenda Gervais. I love it. Alrighty, you know what? I'm not even keeping up with time. I forget how far I was with that other video before we got cut off. I try to make my videos no longer than 30 minutes, so if this goes long, I apologize. This is one that I have started since I visited with you guys last. There are quite a few of us that are doing a stitch along with this. It is Let Freedom Ring by Lila Studio. My friend Elizabeth stitched this, and we were in our little library stitch group one day, and she brought her finished piece, and it was just gorgeous. And she brought her pattern, and she held the pattern up, and she said, you know, I'm finished with this. It was given to me. Would anyone like to stitch it? And I looked around, and nobody's, you know, raising their hand. And y'all know I've got plenty, but I thought it was just gorgeous. And so I kind of sheepishly held up my hand. I said, I might like to stitch it. And she said, it's yours. And so I held on to it for a little while. I wasn't tempted to start it right away. And then there were a group of stitchers that said that they were going to start this in January. And there was a stitch along group on Facebook. And they were going to try to get theirs finished by next July, which will be the anniversary of our country, the 250th anniversary. I can't think of the term for it, and I don't want to embarrass myself by saying the wrong thing. So anyway, I started this one in January, and look, I've gotten a good bit done. Now, I had kind of mapped out a plan of how many stitches I needed to do each week in order to get finished by, I was thinking by the 1st of June of next year, because I would like to have time to take it and have it framed by the 250th anniversary. So I'm trying to get this finished by the 1st of June of next year. So I love this little ribbon border up at the top. Most people started in the upper left-hand corner, but I stitch in hand. And so when I stitch, I kind of wad my fabric up, and I didn't want to be wadding up stitches that I've already done. So I started in the upper right-hand corner, and I kind of worked my way down, and then I'm going to work over. I may not work much further down than this, because I like having the check and balances, you know, to do this way. So I'll probably work over a little bit more and then work down some more. There's some over one up in here. These words are over one. These are not, but this is. I think these are over one. So I would like to get to that part and get that done, just to make sure that I get it done right and don't mess up and don't get off, that kind of thing. So that may be kind of where I head now. I'm kind of working my way. I think I may be right in here now. And yeah, I just had started that bird. So I'm going to work my way this way a little bit. I am behind a little bit, but I think if I really focus on it in May, I should be able to get caught back up to where I need to be. I think I had figured out if I do between 500 and 600 stitches a week, I could be on track to get this finished by the 1st of June. And y'all know me, I don't normally put that many stitches in a piece consistently. I just ping around too much with all of my whips, and I enjoy doing that. But this one, I really do want to focus on getting it finished by the 1st of June. I'm still not going to be a monogamous stitcher, but I think I can put that many stitches in and get it done. Okay, another one that I want to work on this month is A Savior's Praise by Shakespeare's Peddler. Lynette, Homesteading on the Homefront, and I started this one Easter. Not this past Easter, it's been several Easters ago. And she finished hers a long time ago. But I'm working on mine. I had a little setback with mine at one point and had to start over again. But here's where I am. I am down there in those trees. Now I've still got a little bit up here in this border that I need to do. I'm working in here. So, yeah, I've got a little bit to do in here and then come on down. So, I don't think there's anything special that I'm working on that I need to draw your attention to with this one. It's pretty much all cross stitched. I don't think there's any specialty stitches that I've done on this one at all. It's just cross stitch. I'm not even sure. Oh, yes, I am too. I started saying I'm not sure what fabric I'm using, but I do know what fabric I'm using. And I just wouldn't necessarily recommend it. So we'll just go on from there. Uh-oh, I just dropped another one. Sorry about that. Okay, the last one that I think I'm going to show you, because I'm probably running way over on time, is Lucy Beam, Love and Stitches, Rebecca Nolan, Though He Seemeth Sleeping. This is one that I started a while back, and she offered these as kits and in several different colorways. And I don't know if I got mine as a kit or if I just decided to do my own thing. I kind of want to say I did my own thing because I think this was some fabric that I had on my own. This is 36 count Picture This Plus Legacy. And I'm using fancy flosses, but they're just like Weeks, Classic Colorworks, and Gentle Arts. No silks. Here again, I think this is all cross stitch, but I love, love, love the colors. I think it's just beautiful. So this is not a very big one. And I am working on, this is a picture of the antique, so it's not a very good picture. You can't really get a good look at it, but this is what I'm working on now. So the rest of it's pretty much words, and words go fairly quickly, and then I'll have this bottom border to do. So that is what I'm going to be working on. As far as my whips for Mania, I may be adding some more, but I know I'll be working on these. And I'll be working on me and trying to make myself a little bit healthier. And I can't wait to hear what you guys are working on. And I hope to come back maybe mid-Mania and give you a little progress report, but you know, I try as I might, I don't always get back very quickly. So hopefully I will see you guys soon. And so in the meantime, I hope you enjoy your Mania plans and are able to stitch on what makes your heart happy. I'll see you guys later. God bless.